Good morning, everybody, and a very, very warm welcome to another session of Empowering Morning Conversations. And today is another wonderful day, and I'm going to ask my friend Dr. Kunain to continue with this session while I remain an interested onlooker from today, for today only. I'll jump in when I want to. All right. So go ahead, Kunain.
So are you busy somewhere else, sir, or?
No, I'm not busy anywhere. It's about time that you guys also started doing your part. I believe you guys are ready for it. So why not?
Okay, thank you so much, sir. And very good morning, one and all, once again. And very, 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 very warm welcome to you to another empowering morning conversation with you all under the guidance of Sukhdeepak Malviya. So on behalf of Sukhdeepak Malviya and on behalf of all of you, myself, Kaunan Shahidi, welcome you once again. So it's another day, another wonderful opportunity for all of us to become even the better version of ourselves. And what do we do here? We not only get empowered, but we rediscover ourselves. We practice and we learn new tools. And in simple words, every morning, we ensure that we shift ourselves from default mode of reaction, resistance, complaining, and blaming to the create mode. Because when we are in mode of creation, we have the power of choices. And when we have the power of choices, we have power to become the best version of ourselves. And that's what we do every day. And we all know that we are not just simple human beings, but we are wonderful, magnificent, and extraordinary human beings. And for that, we deserve to be loved and respected who we are. So this is the belief, this is the conviction, this is how we start every morning, every day. So it's another powerful day. And what we are going to do, we are going to be open to receive from the universe. And we all know that there is abundance. Everything is available whatsoever we want in the universe. It's just a matter of keeping ourselves open and ready to receive. But what happens, friends, as you all know, and since last 239 or 240 days, we have realized that when we are in default mode, we do expect that something good will happen, something, a life which we are all looking for, sort of ideal life, but we don't take any action. Though we desire the ideal life, which is life full of ease, joy, and glory. But that will come only when we take action, we put efforts, and ultimately that will happen. And I'm sure I have realized myself, and most of you have started feeling of transformation. And all of life, as Sukhdeepak sir has mentioned time and again, that the mantra of the program, what she is doing, that access consciousness, is all of life comes to us with ease and joy and glory. So let's start another powerful conversation. And for that, I would like to welcome Niti ji to share her thoughts of the day so that we can roll the conversation and we learn from each other by having our own sharings. So Niti ji, what's your thought of the day? Let's start the conversation.
Thank you, sir. Good morning and welcome, everyone. Listening to this, what is coming to me first in my mind is that, life gives us two options always, and it's the same two options. One is go with the flow or go against the flow. It is like when you're traveling down a river. Either you go with the flow of the water gives you the momentum and takes you ahead, or you go against the flow where you have to fight against the flow of the water. You have to hold on to rocks and boulders and hide behind things to stop the flow of the water taking you ahead. So EMC is like that, EMC brings to your awareness what it is to go with the flow and what it is to go against the flow, and gives us the full freedom to make our choice. EMC helps us realize that if you want to go with the flow, we don't need only the physical and awareness, physical power and the awareness, but we also need to be mentally prepared for it. And that is what this forum is doing, to help us prepare to match the flow of life and the universe and take us forward in life. Yesterday, we did a small exercise, but a very interesting exercise where all of us were asked to recall an incident in life where we were a gift to someone. And I think that the purpose of the exercise was to bring out our own awareness in our good qualities or our good deed of a particular moment in life. And I think it was very effective and very inspiring to hear from everybody. Besides that, we also talk about what is there on our minds today and what happened yesterday, what are our winnings and what are our losings and what are our challenges and what we wish to overcome. So keeping all of that in mind, I think what we need to look at is, personally, I feel time has come when I need to look at which are the words in my language that I wish to discard, like because, but, why, and such other words. So because these words are restricting in certain ways. So what is coming to me is I need to leave these words or use them as rarely as possible so that I'm a little more conscious on what I am speaking, what I wish to convey. So that is what is playing the topmost in my mind today. Over to you, sir. Thank you.
Wonderful, wonderful. Thank you so much, Nitiji. Very profoundly you explained, and this is giving me an idea to have the topic of the day for the conversation going on forward. Let's share, all of us, that what are the road blockers coming in our way of flow of life, and if those road blockers are coming, what are the words we are using when we have the conversation with self. So this would help us to understand and have the awareness of our thought process whenever we are in our life journey getting some stoppers. And then this will also give us the awareness that what kind of self-talk we do use by using a specific kind of words. And let's share with each other so that we can learn from each other. And for that, I'd like to start with myself. Normally with me, the road blockers or the stoppers in the flow of life is my own trigger of my mind when I get normally the amygdala hijacked and go in the shell. And I have realized the other day when sir was talking, a type of turtle personality. And when in my journey of life, the flow in which I am moving on, when I become turtle, I use the words that, oh, this cannot be done. Oh, it might not be possible, or the other person is something like that, etc. So my state during that moment in the flow of life, I go into the shell and I use most of the negative words of blaming and complaining, which definitely I need to work on and gradually I'm sure I'll be able to get over that. So that's my sharing. And now let me call on the name so that will be easier for having this conversation moving forward. And I request Prasad Garuji.
Good morning, sir.
Yeah. Good morning, sir. Over to you.
I already replaced the word want with desire. And in my life, whenever I face any situation of difficulty, I'm started thinking what else is possible. These two really helped me a lot. Thank you, sir.
Very good, sir. So would you like to be a bit specific to let us know what kind of stoppers, what kind of road blockers, or what kind of barriers coming in your way in day-to-day activities or in general in the flow of life, sir?
Yeah, whenever any situation arises where I think it's a problem, I started thinking what else is possible. That's a great help to me. Otherwise, I used to block myself that, okay, this is like that. Nothing can be done. Now I started thinking about what are the possibilities in life or in that situation. In that way, it helped me a lot. Thank you, sir.
Okay, so what I'm learning from this conversation, friends, that with Prasad Garu, he gets some sort of emotion and his mind says that something is not possible, but he is at that moment is being aware of what the mind is telling to him. And then he tells back the mind that, no, stop. Whatsoever you're telling is lie. It is possible to do. And then he starts searching what else is possible. And when we start searching what else is possible, we find the ways. That's what Sukhdeepak sir has told once again, that if you shift yourself from the default mode of blaming to possibilities mode with the positive mindset, then universe provides all the answers to all of us. So it's a very key point to learn here that in our life journey, during the flow of our life, if something is stopping us, and you all know that either our mind or body or emotions. So when we are aware that something is stopping and we tell ourselves that find out what else are the possibilities, we find the ways. So it's a great learning from Reddy Garu. So thank you so much, sir. And let me request Gautam Badraji. Today's discussion, sir, as you know, we are discussing what stops us, what kind of words do we use, and how do we overcome in our life journey. Gautamji.
Good morning, everybody. Thank you, Kunal sir. Now, Reddy sir also just discussed very important point. Niti Madan started with the discussion of should go along with the flow of life or as it is going, or some alternative like that. In life, always there is some issues come and comes and go. Okay, that is a regular, it's a process of the nature or process of the world. But in this our morning conversation and this we are learning how to overcome, not exactly overcome. Reddy Garu, the way he explained, that is, he thinking that it is a possibility. We should not giving importance of the issues. Issue will come and go, but we have to find out the possibilities. That is that now I am doing that only. Previously, I was thinking only the issues. What is going to be happen? What is the fear psychosis? What all the bad thinking coming on mind, apprehending that is something bad is going to be happen or something negative going to be happen. But now, after joining our morning conversation, we are getting the power to think in another direction, how to overcome, and what is the alternative. Alternative means positive alternative. And we are, this race is going from head, and we became happy, and we are doing the good job. At least I'm getting the good result. Thank you.
Very good, Gautamji. But I believe we all will learn if you can give some specific examples, sir, because we all, as a human being, almost
Yeah.
similar experiences happening in our life. So if you can share any recent happening, what has happened with you or experience, and what exactly you did, which something has stopped you, what you spoke to yourself, and how did you manage the situation, sir?
Absolutely correct. At the present situation, this is a December 31st. I'm retiring from where I'm working at present. So there is, I cannot change. It is a company policy or the age factor that I have to accept. So then I was discussing with the people and came to I have to think in a different way. I should not go for the new job or but I was thinking for as a working as a consultant in my field. And there the opportunity, I think that is more in going for a job is narrow. It's a particular one side. I have to work in a particular organization like that. But when thinking that is just work as a consultant, giving service to the people, also some it is earning. But now my focus is not only for money or salary or the fringe benefit. My focus is now to get involved with the activity, and I'm giving the importance for this further expansion. And thank God, like magic, some offer is coming. I don't know from where. The people calling and they're telling that is this is offer for you. Yesterday also I received a offer from Indore. They're telling that is to promote their product like that, working as a consultant. Like so, it is in my life. Something magic is going to happen, and magic is coming. Maybe small magic. It's not a big money, but it is a small thing is coming, and I can organize my life for long days, not for the short period of working for a company or like that. Thank you.
Wow, congratulations, Gautamji. And friends, please give a big round of applause to Gautamji and congratulate him for following whatsoever Sukhdeepak sir has been telling us, that keep yourself open and you will find the magic, because there is abundance available in the universe. And when you are open, you start receiving. So what we are learning from Gautamji's experience of life is that though you have the challenges, keep calm, change your mindset, and keep on finding the possibilities and keep on asking the universe, and there'll be magic happening. So great. Thank you, sir. Thank you so much, and wish you all good luck. And similarly, I believe that Abhinav Mathurji also recently have gone through various experiences of his life. And sir has taught us that each and every moment, each and every experience, whether you like it or in that moment you don't like it, accept that experience and learn from the experience. And as sir said, that experience the experience, because every experience, every moment in our life is there from universe to learn something. And then when we are experiencing the experience, learning by being complete aware, and then the magic happens. That's what happened with Gautamji. So let's listen from Abhinav Mathurji, his recent experience of his life. Something is stopped, but with his awareness, he managed that and moved forward. Mathurji, over to you, sir.
Yeah, so what was happening with my life was that since the issue of how to stay alive, dal roti, was sorted out, so there was no motivation, in me, that there was no motivation for me to do anything. कि क्या काम करूं, क्या करूं, ना करूं. And then I had grown up thinking that people are great, and then I I had some experiences where people who were I thought were good friends of mine, they kind of, my experience was that they, at the time when I needed them, they were not there. So the motivation which I had was, so my motivation was relationships, and then suddenly I found that relationships were not working. So there was actually no motivation for me in life. कि अगर दाल रोटी नहीं कमाने का इशू है, so मैं किस लिए क्या करूं लाइफ में, क्या काम करूं? And then I was at home, and slowly I had kind of gone into a depression, some kind of a low energy. I don't know whether to use the word depression or not. When I started attending the empowering conversations, empowering morning conversations, I got to know, I got present to myself, and I realized that what really motivates me in life is making a difference. And when I if I, whether I do business or whether I work in a company, I'm making a difference to the people out there, and to the company for which I'm working. And you know I think when you expand a company, then a lot of people get jobs. And when companies expands and people get jobs, then economy also expands, and you make a difference to your country. When you make a difference to your country, actually you're making a difference to the humanity. So, and that is what some people at GRD Tat also believed in. So once those thoughts started coming to me, then I'm really motivated. And every day in my company there are interviews, someone is coming for job, so really things are happening. And even the success that I'm getting, when I have the thought of making a difference, then the kind of success that I'm getting in my workplace is amazing. I never had this kind of a success earlier in my life.
Wow.
And yet, to be honest, something happens, and negative energies come and hit me. For example, a day before yesterday, I had to go to the court for some work, and the energies of the court was so negative. No integrity, because वहां तो कुछ सच्चाई ना, हमें तो बचपन से ही सिखाया गया था ना कि अगर आप सच्चाई से चलोगे तो भगवान भी आपका साथ देगा, बट वहां स्पेस और सच्चाई थी नहीं. Anyway, so it took time. Once I came back from court, then it was only by the evening that I was energetic again. And today again I have to go to the court for some work, and I'm kind of fearing that कि अब फिर या वही negative energy मुझे hit करेगी. That's what I'm fearing right now.
Wow, congratulations, Abhinavji.
Thank you.
What I'm learning from this conversation and the experience of Abhinav Mathurji, I'm sure that you all will agree. And sir has given us a tool that normally we operate either with brain number 1 or brain number 2 or brain number 3. So what I have realized that Abhinav Mathur once upon a time was mainly operating with brain number 1 and 2, where he was in the default mode. He was not using the brain number 3, which is the rational mind and the possibilities and the creativities which are possible there with that mind. So at this moment, I believe with the new reality, when Abhinav Mathur say that he is now motivated, it means he is now functioning more with the brain number 3. He is thinking, he is being aware, and he is finding the possibilities, and he is getting the results. So that's the power of empowering morning conversation. And that's the power when you practice every day. Not only you change the habit of taking different action, you change the habit of thinking differently. And sir has always said that we all are the slaves of our habits. And when we shift our habits from default mode of complaining and blaming to the create mode of finding possibilities, just imagine what happens. We become the slaves of all the positive habits. We become the slaves of finding possibilities, and we become the slaves of finding new opportunities. And that's what is happening now. It started happening with Abhinav Mathur life. So congratulations, sir. Thank you so much for sharing your experience. And now let's move forward, continue with this empowering morning conversation, which I am certainly enjoying today. And let's listen from Suresh Kumarji.
Good morning, sir.
Good morning.
Good morning, everyone. Sir, as what I have learned so far, I'm learning, is problems are bound to happen, breakdowns are bound to happen in every, they are the situations, like in education, if one completes first class, and then he will be promoted to second class. The same problem may not come there. There higher problems will come, like maths, like one by one. So there is a teacher, like we have Sukhdeepak sir. So teacher will guide sometimes, and we have to apply our logics and take other opinions. How they, someone can solve, a math problem immediately. Someone may not. He will probably, take help of others, friends. So that keeps on going. It is a PhD, everything. They are bound to happen. Only thing is that unstoppability is more important, whether you get a breakdown or breakthrough or break even, whatever. Activeness with awareness. When that happens, other things doesn't matter.
Sure. Thank you, Surajji. Thank you so much for sharing. And I'm sure that you have shared with us various previous experience of your life where you have overcame with the challenges and you
Yes, sir.
became unstoppable. So congratulations, sir. Thank you so much.
Thank you, sir.
Let's listen from Sagar Acharya. Sagar, we are discussing today that in your journey of your life, when you're flowing, what kind of stoppers, obstacles come, and what do you say to yourself when you face that difficulty, when you face that stoppers? Quickly, Sagar, over to you.
Good morning, Sukhdeepak sir. Good morning, Kunal sir, and good morning, one and all. Sir, I think nobody will judge me if I say this. My own story. It's not a big story. I think it's the story of every youth, and maybe it is a story and the story of each one of you, but nobody speak up for this. Sir, I will be very genuine and I will be very honest with myself and speaking to you and speaking to Sukhdeepak sir and every one of you. So, sir, I as a youth, I go for the pleasure. I go for the pleasure. Pleasure really dominate my mind, and most of the pleasure are of sexual pleasure. I go for the sexual pleasure lots of the time, and my mind is dominated by the sexual pleasure. And sometimes I feel it's an obstacle for my life, and sometimes I feel it is the way it is. I have to accept it, but sometimes it's becoming my obstacles and in the way. This much I want to say, sir. And if anybody can relate, congratulations to you. But it's my obstacle. I go for the pleasures, and pleasure means I could not stay in one relationship. I change another, and I want to say that I am also don't judge me now, but I am also a heavy masturbator. So I'm the person who go for the pleasure, and it is becoming obstacle for my way. So this much I want to say. Thank you.
So you get distracted, mainly you get distracted with certain activities which you're not supposed to do. So sir has given us tools, Sagar, that focus and manage your attention with the purpose of your life and the goals whatsoever you want to achieve. So I'm sure with the practice, you can shift your attention where your thoughts should not go, and you should not take any action, and look for the positivities of the life with the bigger goals. Because yes, sir, over to you.
Better not to judge, no? Certain activities that you are not supposed to do. That's judging, no?
Yes.
So please carry on. Sorry for the interruption.
Yeah.
Sir, I want more things from you, sir. I think I really opened up, sir. I think that I really opened up. It's a personal thing, so I want feedback from Kunal, sir. And
You're an honest fellow, you know. I appreciate that. Every one of these, mature fellows who are sitting here, they all pretend, मैंने तो कभी ऐसे नहीं किया, मैं तो संत हूँ. Anyways, that's all I have to say. Today, session is with Kunen. I'm not supposed.
What I suggest, Sagar, you can have one-to-one conversation with Sukhdeepak sir. And what we are learning from your conversation is that we all get distracted
Yes,
in
sir.
different ways. And that's the reality of life. So what we have to do, and sir has given us a tool to manage our attention based on our own life values, based on our purpose of life, based on our strengths, based on our goals of our life. And for that, we have to be always in the mind state of awareness. And if we are getting distracted, we have to bring back the attention. And sir has given us the tool, the exercises to do to manage the attention all the time with the complete focus on our goals. And as Niti ma'am explained, we are in the journey of life. We have to be in the flow, but obstacle comes. And with the awareness, it's good that you know what exactly is distracting you. And I'm sure you can overcome. So have one-to-one discussion with Sukhdeepak sir, and then you will find the answers. So let's move it forward, gentlemen. The conversation of today's empowering morning conversation with you all and with the guidance of Sukhdeepak sir. We are discussing today that in our life journey, what are the barriers, what are the obstacles come, and what do we say during that moment to ourselves? So let's listen from, I see Abhinav Mathur's hands again. Would you like to share something quickly, sir?
Yeah, I just wanted to share with Sagar that what he's going through. That is what most of the men go through at this age, or maybe even later. Some men go through it till the end of their life also. So it is normal. According to me, it is just normal thinking. And if you remember, Niti ji ne shuru mein kya kaha tha, there are words like because. So I'm saying, these things are absolutely normal, and yet you can do great things. That is what I wanted to share.
Thank you so much. I see Kasha's Sai sir hands also raised. So let's, Kasha, your opinion.
In regards to
You have to be a bit louder, sir.
Is it audible now?
Very less. We can't hear you. Bit louder.
Is it audible now?
Not yet, sir.
Is it audible now?
Slightly better. Little louder, please.
Yeah. In regards to what Sagar spoke, it is natural, and don't judge yourself or whatever be it, and just give allowance to yourself. See something, whatever you know. It's natural. It's part of life, and just don't. You know, might be certain kinds of food will help us. See, someone wants to change, someone wants to do a course correction. The kind of food or more a sattvic food and things will help us to divert. If someone is looking to divert his energy, so that will be one tool that uh, it helped me. So I'm just sharing my experience. So more sattvic food could help. It's just my I'm just sharing my experience.
Yeah, thank you, Kashaji. I hope Sagar might have took a note of this. So food for the body as well as food for the mind. So I believe he'll be talking to sir to find the ways to move forward. Now let's listen from who is there in the camera. Yes, our guru is here, Mr. Vetriwal. So let's please do share, Vetriji, your experience of your life. Something is stopping you or stopped you. What did you had the conversation with yourself? What kind of words you used, and then you got a different results. What do you say?
Good morning, Kunenji. Good morning, sir. Good morning, everyone. Kunenji, it's been wonderful. The session is going very good. I'm very happy. And sorry, I was not able to come on camera. I'm in a different place attending. My roadblocks and what happened, I would like to share is the biggest roadblock for me was the different perceptions. And I can literally see that perception got changed about everything. My internal shift, I can say. Earlier, how I used to see things, it's not the same way now I'm seeing. Whole credit, 100% credit I give it to Sir and the EMC platform. And one such example is, of course, there are plenty of examples. How I see my wife, how I see my boss, how my interactions, everything is kind of a different state now. And also, I want to share one experience, kind of a happy experience. One of the guy, I'm not going to mention his name. He was working for a big company when I entered Dubai. We met in a conference, and intentionally I wanted to become close to him because he can refer me some job or something like. He's an influencing big guy, kind of a. Then we have become friends, and somehow we got connected. But after that, we go for a coffee, some kind of a normal relationship. Eventually, we have become a little closer also. But it happened in such a way that last week I had a conversation. He's going through some situations. We also talked in such a way that we help him to realize or see possibilities. And that's what we are doing. Like we discussed yesterday, we try to be gift to so many people. 2 days back, he came to my office. We were discussing in the parking. He was talking about some issue. I was giving him some clarity from my understanding. After the discussion, he was telling, Vetrivel, I should come and meet you once in a week at least, because when I talk to you, I see a lot of possibilities. I feel motivated. I said, you can come every day, whatever possible, I will do for you. You're my good friend. And he went, I came back. After that, I was laughing at myself that I was chasing this guy to talk or something to show my face so that if something good comes, he can also refer me, something like that. Now this guy is asking me, can I come every week to you, meet you? I said, what has happened here? Nothing. It's kind of a magic. I was just laughing myself and walking back. That's what I said. That perception is changing. That's giving me enormous benefit. Over to you, Kunal.
Yeah, thank you, Vetriji. It's very powerful sharing, very profound. What I'm learning from this conversation, friends, give an attention to what Vetri mentioned, that, and we all have our own conditioning of mind. That's what Sir has told us. We become habituated of our thoughts, and then our mind gets conditioned to think or to perceive having the self and the world in a specific manner, very narrow vision. And with that conditioning, when we are mainly in the default mode, operating with brain number 1 and 2, and very limited brain number 3, then we have very restricted, narrow version of self and others. But with empowering morning conversation, every day, when we have this conversation, when we think, when we talk, when we share, when we learn that there is a possibilities, and we have the power to shift from default mode to create mode. And this is what is happening with Vetri in his life. Once upon a time, he used to think like, I am limited, and how can I reach to someone who has more power? But when he shifted himself from default to creation mode, his conditioning, his mind got changed, and universe is there to give abundance. He is now open, and the person, once upon a time, he used to think that he has the power, is now coming to Vetri to get some guidance, suggestions, and some positive energy. So that's the power of empowering morning conversation. And that's what scientifically it has been proven, that our mind can be reconditioned. It has that plasticity, and all the neural paths can be recreated, but it depends that how consistently we practice and how committed we are for taking action. And the result is there with Vetri like that. So thank you, Vetri, for sharing this. And I see whose hand. Let's listen from Milan Chakravorty, sir, because I have learned from his sharing, his conversation every day whenever he speaks. He has seen sort of transformation in his life, and similar to Vetriji, that he had one condition of his mind, and now he is shifting, and he finds a difference and making a difference in his life and others' life. So Milan Chakravorty, sir, would you like to share your life experience? You had any obstacles, barrier, you had conversation with self, and then you manage those difficult moments by finding new possibilities? Milan Chakraborty ji, if you are near to microphone. If not, let's move to Priya Gupta ji. I think Suresh Garu is raising hand. So before I ask Priya ji, let's listen from Suresh Garu. Suresh ji, over to you quickly.
Yes, sir. I mean, on this thing, with the experience, what I heard from our lighter node, sir. So when the other person has come to him for a suggestion or for a meeting, it's like a backwaters, what I felt. Hello.
Right, sir. Thank you so much.
And learning, every day we are learning from home front. We expect something, we get something, and we compromise. We have to handle things, Like आपको कभी-कभी खाना बनाते वक्त स्वाद आता है, लेकिन वो टेस्ट बराबर नहीं आता है.
Yeah, thank you, Suresh ji. Thank you so much. So what Suresh Garu is sharing with us is that be in the allowance, be in not only the acceptance of other human beings, but be in the complete allowance by accepting each and every element, each and every part of the other human beings. And if you are experiencing that moment, just focus on that what exactly is good in that moment, in that experience for you to accept or learn and be in the allowance. And that's what is all of life comes to us with ease, joy, and glory. When each and every experience is becoming pleasant for all of us with complete allowance. So thank you, Suresh Garu, for sharing this. Let's listen from Priya Gupta ji, and you all know, and I remember very, very clearly that when Priya Gupta had come for the first time to Empowering Morning Conversation, she was a very shy girl. She was having lots of inhibition. She was very shy to come to the camera also. And she had some relationship with her father, which challenging, and various other relationships. She was struggling. But I can see a very visible difference in her personality, in her speaking, the way she speaks. And you all know that now she is working somewhere independently, managing the everyday activities with complete confidence. So let's listen from Priya Gupta that what kind of obstacles were there in her life and how should we manage to overcome. Priya ji, over to you.
Thank you so much, sir, for this lovely intro. And can you guys hear me?
Okay. Yes, we can hear you. Go ahead.
So one of my biggest obstacle was my connection with my dad. So slowly and steadily, I'm working on it. And whenever I miss him, I just say that I miss him. It doesn't matter whatever will happen. So this is what I started working on. And another was not taking help from anyone. It's like कि मैं खुद कर लूंगी सारा काम, मुझे नहीं चाहिए किसी की help. So I'm working on this as well. And whenever I need help, support from anyone, without a second thought, I just go and ask कि भैया मुझे help चाहिए, or I want you to help me. And that person just comes and helps me. And my way of seeing people has changed. That perspective has changed a lot. So for me, I always see what is possible in that relationship with that person, be it my colleague, be the students. So recently what happened on my birthday, the few students came and they said, ma'am, we are friends now. I said, yeah, we are friends. So they bought a cake on which it was written friends. So I was like, this is nice. This is something different. I didn't expect this to happen. So these are few things, few of my obstacles turned into possibilities, and I'm happy about it.
Wow, congratulations, Priya Gupta ji. And this is a very simple word. I remember when I had once conversation with Sukhdeepak sir, and I had asked him that what is the most powerful word in your opinion in one of the interview, and he said that the most important word for him is possibility. And I can see the reflection of the power of that word in Priya Gupta's life. Once upon a time, she was completely aghasted about the situations and all. She was in the default mode. But when she implemented this basic, simple concept of finding possibilities, asking people, and then she is getting all the answers, because Sir has told us that you have to be open and universe has abundance to give it to you. And Priya Gupta is now getting abundance and she's happy. So congratulations, Priya Gupta ji, for all your success and for your, may God bless you with more happiness. So I will come back to you, Sagar, later on. Let me see who is there quickly. We are running out of time. So let's listen from Abu Bakr Siddiq. If you can come on camera. He is another gentleman. He has learned silently from this empowering morning conversation. I see him coming silently, making note or observing and implementing silently. And I was surprised once he gave me a call on Friday morning that I came from Dubai to Sharjah, just walking to see you and some of his other plan. And let's listen from him that how does he manage the obstacles, the challenges, and what exactly he uses the word for himself. Abu Bakr, quickly over to you.
Good morning all, and thank you so much for the opportunity to come camera and to come audio. Yeah, obstacles, for me it was a plenty of obstacles before I come to the platform, like empowering morning conversation and other platform. But now it is, I can say it's completely removed from my mind. In front of me, there are thousands of opportunities. If I knock one door and if it is closed in front of me, I believe there are hundreds of doors are open for me and waiting for me. Because of this, I am coming every day. Because my duty time is, I am getting ready at 6 a.m. UAE time, but still I am listening all the conversation what is going on here, because it's all important for me. It's all powerful words for me. So I'm trying to attend the session all the time, but sometimes net issues, sometimes traveling, missing. But I am very sad only about that, the missing part. Thank you.
Thank you, Abu Bakr. Thank you so much for your sharing. And this reminds me one of the quote of Helen Keller. She said that normally it's our habit that we look into the closed door while we don't look into the open doors. And you all must be knowing that Helen Keller was blind and deaf. And she said that we have a typical habit, as Sir mentioned, that when we are in the default mode, we keep on looking to the closed doors of our life, while various other doors are open, and we don't look into the open doors, and we don't find the possibilities of open doors. So Helen Keller, she was blind and deaf, but she developed her other faculty, other senses of touch, smell, and taste so powerfully that she did a miracle, and she achieved many things which normal human beings with 5 senses could not achieve. So that's the powerful lesson learning and an example from Abu Bakr's life, that he's looking into the open doors and finding the possibilities and removing all the obstacles, not looking back into the closed doors and not there in the default mode of complaining and blaming. So congratulations, Abu Bakr. Wish you all good luck. Keep on coming and keep on sharing your experiences so that we all learn and you keep on growing. Let's listen from Sagar. He wants to say something quickly, but in case you have some other sensitive issues, you can directly talk to Sukhdeepak sir. And okay, go ahead, Sagar.
Thank you, sir. I think EMC, Empowering Morning Conversation, have really helped me every day. So I am coming up and speaking and opening myself, and I never thought that I could open myself like this, or I never think that I will have so much possibility in my life. Previously I used to just other people so much for my circumstances of my life, but now I see my own judgments are my hindrance, and my own thinking is my hindrance. I want to relate one thing with Priya Ji. It's very hard. I think it's for me. It's very hard if your near and dear ones. If you have, for me, I am talking about myself. If you have not so good relationship with your good near one, and I am talking with my relation with my father, and he's very lovely, he's very kind, he love me, he have given me lots of freedom in my life. I think no father will give and no mother will give. But in the same time, it's how to say, but I am taking him as seriously or my situation as seriously, but uh, he's kind of mentally ill person. So mentally ill means he's taking depression medicine for quite a long time, and the way he behaves and his behave, when I see his reaction and his judgment all the time with me sometimes, when with him, and the way uh, that things does to him, depression does to him, is so painful to me. But I'm just adjusting, but I'm not complaining nowadays. But there are lots of so much thing he have given me, lots of freedom, lots of love, lots of freedom to me. So I'm thankful to them. But there is, I feel that if your close ones have some issues, then it's very hard. But we have to accept, and we don't have to judge them, and accept they are. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, Sagar. Let's listen from Reddy Garu.
Good morning once again. Earlier, there used to be a manifestation and reality. After attending EMCs, now I am trying to visualize what is going on. I want the reality in my life. So that is helping me a lot, sir. Otherwise, earlier I want this, that's all, and leave it. I never visualized that I want like this, and every step is in the future should be like this. So that makes me things very clear to me. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you, sir. I think it's another way of finding the possibilities with complete conviction on yourself and trust in universe. That's what sir has taught us. So good to know that you are getting the results. So let's listen from Kuldeep Chaturvedi, sir. And you all must be knowing that he had some serious health issue, but with his willpower and with his all-powerful self-talk, he managed that difficult moment of his life. And by God's grace, he's perfectly healthy, fine, and having conversation with us every morning and sharing wonderful his life experiences and beautiful shairis. So let's listen from Kuldeep, sir, that how exactly he manages the obstacles and what kind of self-talk he does. Over to you, Kuldeep, sir.
Good morning, friends. I relate one instance. I was here in Pune as a directing staff in the Institute of Armament Technology. I am a specialist in weapons in Navy, so I was posted there as a directing staff, and I was there for 5 years. So my tenure was over, and I was offered to go on deputation to head the NCC at the state of Odisha as Deputy Director General. So this was a non-special job. Everyone here told me that don't give the consent because you are a specialist officer. You will not find any satisfaction there. But that time, probably maybe unconsciously, as I was saying, I was in total allowance and was looking for the possibilities. I said, there may be some other possibilities. So I went and joined there. And after finishing my tenure, I feel that if I had not gone there, I would have missed so much in my life. One of the things was that there is a system that if we can get some land from the state government on a nominal cost, central government will pay us to build the whole NCC Nagar, means where every facility is ours. Otherwise we are in the rented buildings. And our training facility not at the centralized place. So I tried, everybody says that who will give you the land in Bhubaneswar with the normal cost. I tried and I managed to get a land of 4.1 acres at prime place at the condition of ₹1 per year as a rent. So that condition was fulfilled. But then people were saying that if you take it also, who will build in all this? This is a huge thing from making whole and citizen. Anyway, I again see the possibility. I was retiring. It is 2006 I am talking about. But I said, let's see whether it is made or not made. Let us try. Now, this 22nd of December this year, the whole NCC Nagar is made after 15 years. But I got an invitation to come there. I could not go because of my health issue. But I am saying this is a small possibility now turned into a great possibility. And that gives me a great satisfaction. So when I chose allowance over the doubts, things are miraculous. This is one incident. One more thing I want to say before I close. Today, as we all know, that today is the day when the last rites of General Rawat, our CDS, are going to be performed. So I want to just put 2 lines on this occasion. कि जमाने भर में मिलते हैं आशिक कई, जमाने भर में मिलते हैं आशिक कई, मगर वतन से खूबसूरत कोई सनम नहीं होता। जमाने भर में मिलते हैं आशिक कई, मगर वतन से खूबसूरत कोई सनम नहीं होता। नोटों में लिपट कर मरे हैं कई, नोटों में लिपट कर मरे हैं कई, मगर तिरंगे से खूबसूरत कोई कफन नहीं होता। And long live General Rawat. Thank you so
I
much.
think it's a good note to end on, isn't it, Kunayan sahab? आपकी भी एक शायरी हो जाए, and then we can conclude a very interesting session. I must say, we should do it more often, right?
So from all of us, Rawat Sahab ko Shraddhanjali, may his souls rest in peace. And one shairi from me, then we'll hand over to the Sukhdeepak sir for his parting words or his words. अर्ज किया है कुलदीप सर के दिल में खुदा का होना लाजिम है गालिब, दिल में खुदा का होना लाजिम है गालिब, सजदों में पड़े रहने से जन्नत नहीं मिलती, सजदों में पड़े रहने से जन्नत नहीं मिलती. So we have to all have within us complete conviction, believe that there is a universe. He is there to take care of us. And we all are magnificent, wonderful, extraordinary human beings. And we deserve to be respected and loved who we are. So with this conviction, with this belief, when we look for the possibilities and when we shift ourselves from default mode to create mode, the magic happens. And today I'm so pleased that I learned so many things from the experience and the sharing of you all. And I feel really happy and blessed that I am part of this August gathering with Sukhdeepak sir as a friend, holding the hand and letting us know that, gentlemen, look into this aspect of your life, look here and be aware, improve your attention, and you will definitely have all of your life coming to you with ease, joy, and glory. It's just a matter of coming every day with complete sincerity, learning, taking the notes and implementing in our life. And that's what is happening every day. And so blessed, so happy to, and thank you so much for giving this opportunity for me to learn more with you, sir, under your guidance in this empowering morning session of today. So thank you so much. God bless you, sir. And over to you.
Well, thank you. And after that wonderful closing remark, I cannot add anything else. So thank you very much for echoing my words. And as I always say, and let us all echo these words. You know, you are a wonderful, magnificent, extraordinary human being, and you deserve to be loved and respected for who you are. And if you carry this thought in your heart for each person that you meet, you know, we will actually have a life that comes to us with ease, joy, and glory. And let's have a small prayer in our heart for the great man who lost his life. You know who that person is. I don't have to name him again. And let's pray for his family. Okay. And let's pray for all those people who think evil thoughts about others, so that their evil thought becomes loving thoughts, you know. And all this us versus them drama that's going on in this world is causing so much misery. It stops happening because there is no need for that. Yeah, there is enough on this world for each and every person. And yet we are grabbing at whatever is there as though it's not enough. Right? So wonderful people, love you, honor you. Thank you. Thank you, wonderful people. Thank you, Kunen. And thank you, Vetrivel. Yesterday's session was also extraordinary session. And well, we should have more of these. So our good friends who come here every morning, you should be getting used to not only listening to me, but also listening to Kunen and Vetri and Rama and Neeti and you know, Kuldeep ji and Reddy Garu. I want each and every one of you, you know, eventually to be doing this. So we start small, right? I mean, so these people, Vetri's, you know, Vetri, Kunen and Rama are virtually co-founders of Empowering Morning Conversations. And if they had not invited me, I would not have been doing this. So I thought it's about time that they also, you know, drive the vehicle instead of letting me do it all the time. I'm an old guy, you know, I need to take rest from time to time. All right, so have a wonderful day. Bye-bye.
Thank
Thank you, sir. Stay safe.